Want to be a bald, sweaty TTV Wraith? Do you want to hit every cracked wingman shot? Well, look no further because this is the guide for you.
Phasing between dimensions has shown Wraith the outcome of every single choice. Try not to blink. A side effect of the technology.
To become a pro Wraith, first things first, we need to equip the bald Wraith skin. Second, we need to make sure that we practice leaving games as soon as we go down or if we die. This is crucial to becoming the best sweaty TTV Wraith you can. All jokes aside, let's get right into the guide. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Yopi, and I'm bringing you another brand new pro Wraith guide. First up, let's break down her kit. A versatile offensive legend, Wraith can reposition and flank her enemies with her abilities. Using the Into the Void will allow Wraith to reposition or take cover while being invincible, while her Dimensional Rift can allow her squad to be safely transported over long distances. Finally, her Voices from the Void passive can give her and her teammates warnings about enemies approaching, traps, or being aimed at with a sniper. Let's break down the tactical Into the Void. Reposition quickly through the safety of void space, avoiding all damage. The cooldown is 25 seconds. Wraith plays 2 animations when activating this ability, which takes 1.25 seconds in total. In the first second, she plays a focusing animation. In the last 0.25 seconds, Wraith activates the ability. Wraith skips the focusing animation while using the Dimensional Rift, aka her portal. There is a brief delay when entering and exiting the void, during which Wraith is unable to perform any other action. Movement is also slowed by 20%, unless the Dimensional Rift is also active. Upon activation, Wraith enters the void for 4 seconds. While in the void, the screen will turn grayscale. You become invulnerable and will gain a 30% speed boost. You will still be able to see enemies. Enemies can see a blue trail showing where you're going while in the void. While in the void, Wraith is unable to interact with some objects in the world, including doors and objects placed by abilities, but can use zip lines. Here are some tips when using her phase. First up, try to quickly plan out before when to use your tactical. You should be locating cover you can go near if needed to press it. A rock, a wall, a pillar. Really, any type of cover will help you out, because doing it out in the open, you're almost asking to get fried. While going into the phasing, move around side to side and add a little jump so that you're harder to hit. It's great to use the phase in the storm to avoid storm damage. It's great for endgame heal off, as you can pop into phase to buy more time since the storm won't hurt you. You can also do this with the portal for a little bit too. A great way to use her tactical is to get in, do damage, and phase out so you don't get focused out. I also like to phase out after I've killed an enemy and I hear more coming. I usually do this if I can't get close enough to the death box to armor swap, so I use it to get away and heal. It's also great to try to quickly get the armor swap and then phase out of there if you're not near your team or if you're getting run up on by a full squad. Alright, let's talk about her passive. The Voices from the Void. A voice warns you when danger approaches. As far as you can tell, it's on your side. You hear a spectral voice audibly warn you if an enemy is aiming at you, an enemy with a sniper rifle is aiming at you, there are traps nearby, there are enemies nearby, many people have died near you. When you hear the voice, you can share the info with your squad mates. There's not much to talk about with the passive there. It's pretty self-explanatory. It helps you get information when you're near enemies or danger, or if there's some sneaky traps around you. Next up, let's talk about the Dimensional Rift, aka her portal. This is Wraith's ultimate. Description: link 2 locations with portals for 60 seconds, allowing anyone to use them. The charge time is 3.5 minutes. Now, Wraith has one of the greatest ultimates in the game, in my opinion, the portal. You can be used for so many different things to help you and your team. So first up, let's talk about it and how it works. Wraith places one end of a portal where she activates the ability, then runs to another location and places the other end. Players can then pass through the portal to take the same path through the void at 5x the speed they would otherwise. It can be used in either direction. Wraith can run roughly 75 meters before placing the other end of the portal. The Rift energy is shown on top of the HUD upon activation and does not drain while standing still. If Wraith uses less than 4.72% of the Rift energy, then places the other end of the portal, it will be cancelled, allowing her to keep her ultimate charge at 100%. While running to place the other end, Wraith cannot use any weapons, items, or map features, but she does receive a 25% speed bonus and can skip the Into the Void focusing animation, which means you can phase instantly. Wraith cannot use another Dimensional Rift while placing hers. She simply goes right past through the rift without entering it. Players taking the portal are invulnerable and leave a faint blue trail, much like Wraith while using Into the Void. Portals will disappear after 4 seconds if both ends are outside the ring, but if only one is inside the ring and one is in the safe zone, it will not disappear. Here are some tips when using the portal. Vertical distance doesn't decrease the portal distance, i.e. falling straight down / going up doesn't burn meters. This is a great tip to remember. It's also good if you're going upstairs, it won't burn as much, or if you're going down them too. You can use the portals to block doors. This is great if you have a teammate downed or if you were just resing them. You can put it on both doors so they can't run in. If they do run in, they're just going to keep running through the portals. They're going to be a little disoriented too if they come through the portal. The portal is crucial in endgame to get in a better spot / go into the storm and around it. If part of the storm is covered by a big cliff or rock and it's going to tank for a lot of damage, you can send Wraith in there with her Void and the portal, and you can flank and get better positioning in endgame. The portal is also great for repositioning and reviving your teammates / banners. A common mistake I see with the portal from people is they try to milk the full distance instead of just placing it when they need to. You don't always have to use the full distance. Put it behind some sort of cover, a rock, a wall, a pillar. Run up to your team to give yourself or your team a quick backdoor escape. You could literally do it for like 15-20 meters from one rock to another rock. And that way you guys can just bail out really quickly if you have to, instead of trying to burn the whole time. Because I've seen it a lot where people are in a fight and some Wraith are just trying to use the full distance when really all they need is 15-20 meters to get you or your team out in a hot situation. Next up, we're going to talk about the overall playstyle. Wraith is an aggressive legend whose job is to be the entry fragger. Get in and get out. You can go in first, do damage / start the fight, and then phase out. You'll be playing for yourself most of the time, but the portal comes in clutch to also be a great teammate. Alright, ranking Wraith in the meta. I think Wraith is definitely a top 3, top 4 pick. She's been selected a lot in the ALGS tournaments, but after some time, she's slowly been dwindling down with the pick rate a little less, but overall, Wraith is still a great pick. Wraith is also still a great pick in competitive and pubs play too. Legends that Wraith works well with. Wraith works pretty much great with all the legends, but it's great to pair it up with a character that doesn't have mobility, as Wraith's portal acts as a great mobility tool for her and her team. A good combo is Wraith, Gibraltar, Bloodhound is a classic, or Wraith, Gibraltar, and even I've seen Caustic too. That's been a pretty good combo, or Wraith, Bloodhound, and Caustic. I hope you found this guide helpful, and please make sure that you leave a like, a comment, and hit that subscribe button for more pro guides. It's your boy Yopes. I'm heading out. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Peace.